Hi, this is a video about my new CDL Artec vacuum pump. In this video, I will show you my installation I did for my station. I will also give you some few tips that could be useful, and I will tell you why I choose this pump over the other one on the market. Let's start with the temperature control. These pumps, just like cars, have a range of temperature to operate. They like it hot, but not too much. That's why I put a fan to exhaust the heat around the pump when it's warm in the day. This pump is inside the station, which means it's always above 0 degrees when it starts, but when it's not, I like to put a little heat on it to make sure it's a little warm when it comes to start it. The heater is then controlled by a thermostat and the fan to cool down the pump start as the pump start by the same controller. At this part of the video, I need to tell you that the station walls already had a few holes drilled into from the last pump and I didn't want to drill more holes. That's why sometimes the pipes don't go straight outside the station. Second part is the exhaust of the vacuum gas. So as you can see right here, I use a PVC pipe. There's two things important about the exhaust. The first one is to take out the water and the second one is to take out the heat. Normally, you want to go downhill as soon as you come out from the pump to make sure the steam contained in the air go outside. That's the key with these pumps. You want to keep them warm enough so the water in the oil turn to steam and you want to take the steam out with the exhaust. Here is a mistake. The first 12-inch pipe goes up and the water go back to the pump. To don't scrap the oil, I put a little drain like this, as you can see, to take the water out with the gravity. The best would have been to go straight through the wall with a little inclination to the ground. These pumps produce a lot of heat and you want to take it outside the station to keep the temperature inside around 10 degrees for the conservation of the sap. So one way is to take the exhaust out because a lot of heat goes out from the exhaust. The other things to think about is how to get some fresh air inside the station. The door is not the best option to keep it open because at night or at the beginning of the season, you don't want to go to all of your station, open and close the door every morning and night. In this case, I did install a 2-inch pipe and I try to take the airflow as far away from the fan as possible so I get air circulation. In this case, I'm close to the drive, which is good to keep the drive cold. Two things you need to check daily on this pump is the oil level and also the little gauge right here. This is the exhaust filter. We don't change it often because it's expensive, but there's also the oil filter over there. This one is changed every time I change the oil. I like to change the oil twice a season at the middle and the end of the season. This little installation here saved me a lot of time and mess with the oil. Just a ball valve with a little pipe to take out and in the oil. The variable speed control is one of the things I prefer about this type of pump. A lot of company will offer you controller that can change the speed depending on the temperature outside, but also on the level of leak in the system. Personally, I still just use it manually as I show you. That's good to reduce the price of electricity to run the pump when it's cold for a few days, but it's also prevent freezing at night. But overall, the drive will give you very smooth starts. You can start it with the button over here, but I use it on the remote control with the SmartTrack system, which is wired to this. It's very easy to do the connection, very simple, just two cable, put it in, Finally, to sleep well at night while this baby is running outside, you need a water protection. This one here is the little one sold by CDL. If your sap releaser get a trouble, this will stop the pump before the water running through the pipe get to the pump and break it. This protection is also wired to the drive to stop the pump. In conclusion, I think only the time will tell us if these pumps are the best right now on the market for the cost you can get them. Of course, I know there's other type of pump like the Bosch one and also the Atlas or the screw vacuum pump, but for the price I paid, I think it's clearly the best thing I could have right now. Also, I know the setup I show you in this video is not the perfect setup. If you have some clue or idea of things I could improve in my setup, feel free to tell me in the comment. But keep in mind that this video is only to show people one way that these pumps could be run.